Hi everyone, my name is Nikki. I'm the founder of The Fullest, and I'm going to share with you what vaginal steaming is and why I believe every woman should practice it on a monthly basis. So what vaginal steaming is, it's the practice of using heat and medicinal herbs to cleanse the uterus. Our bodies are designed to cleanse on a monthly basis through our cycles, but what's happening is a lot of us are not cleansing out all the way every month, and that can lead to old stagnated blood that causes cramping. It could lead to mucus that gets congealed, and so that can turn into fibroids and cysts and other issues. We can use vaginal steaming to help keep our hormones in balance, to help prevent UTIs, to support our fertility, and even actually it's been proven to help support your mood. So I'm a huge believer in it. I'm super excited to share more about it with you and to share with you how to do it and also any sort of contraindications. As far as how to do and practice vaginal steaming, at The Fullest, we offer steaming herbs that we sell on their own, or it comes in a bundle that you can purchase online on our website. That comes with a pot. This is a clay pot that's sustainable. It's non-leaching. It comes with a little burner at the bottom if you want to put like a portable alcohol burner under there to keep the heat going for longer. And we also have this pelvic steaming stool that we had custom made for us with this little opening, and that helps support you. I will say you don't need this setup in order to steam. We want to make it super accessible, and you just need herbs and a pot, and you can kneel over the pot instead of having to go through a setup like this. This is just to make it easier for you, but for thousands of years, women actually just boiled the herbs in the pot with water and they just kneeled over it. You get a great stretch, and my only suggestion, if you're going to do it that way, is to boil the herbs in a pot that's either stainless steel, glass, or a clay pot like this, and then transfer it over to another pot so that you're not gonna burn yourself. And there's a high likelihood of burning yourself if you're kneeling over it, and you're less likely to if the pot itself isn't hot. If you were to kneel and choose that as your practice, you can get herbs. So ours come in little pre-dosed sachets. That way you don't have to worry about how much you need, how much you don't need. You can just pour all of it into the pot. In this situation, I'll show you how to do it. You can just pour the whole thing in, and then you fill it up with water, and then you just close it up. Then you put it over the stove until it's boiling. And then once it's done boiling, you can take it off, transfer over to wherever you're going to be doing your steaming practice, whether that's in your bathroom, in your closet, wherever it is in your home. And you essentially want to create a tent with a dress or a couple blankets or towels as you're kneeling over it to capture that steam so that it gets absorbed into your pelvic floor. You can just do that for 10 minutes. You can get wonderful benefits from a 10-minute steam, or you can go longer for 20 or 30 minutes. Usually 20 or 30 minute steams require a heat source. So if you're using our product, you can put some sort of burner in here, and it would rest on there and you would kneel. If you're going the bundle route, if you're going the stool route, basically what you would do is you would go through the same steps of boiling the herbs in the pot, and then you would put it on the burner, and then you would put this stool, again with the opening, right over it on the ground, and you would sit. And it's just a more convenient way of doing it. You don't have to hold yourself up. You're less likely to burn. It's an easier way to practice it. And to us, we think it's a little more accessible in terms of ease of use. Of course, it's a higher price point, but it's a one-time investment that you're able to then only invest in herbs. Whether you make them yourself, you can get really intuitive, research online, or purchase something like what we've created here for you, which offers gentle monthly support from preventing any sort of infections like yeast infections, UTIs, and helping heal naturally from fibroids and cysts. Some other benefits of vaginal steaming include the fact that it can not only prevent but also cure cramping in women. Most women don't know this, but your period should actually only last for 4 days. It should only be fresh red blood. Anything else is typically a sign of stagnation. So incorporating vaginal steaming into your monthly practice is what's gonna help prevent and heal the cramping, helping prevent any sort of fibroids and cysts from congealing and getting larger. Another wonderful benefit to vaginal steaming is supporting fertility. So not only can it help you get pregnant, the other way to use it, maybe you don't have trouble getting pregnant, but you don't have a consistent cycle. Not having a consistent cycle is actually a sign of a potential weak uterus. When you have a potential weak uterus, you're more likely to miscarry. So getting your cycle more regular is actually going to help you have a stronger pregnancy and less likely to miscarry. So you can use vaginal steaming as a way to balance your hormones and get yourself on a regular cycle, so that not only can it help you get pregnant so you can time it properly, it'll help you keep that pregnancy. It's really incredible information. This is a practice that has been going on for centuries that we've just lost touch with. So I'm just really excited to share with you the information that I've learned, that I've incorporated into my own life, and that I can now help share with others. Now you've learned about vaginal steaming, what it is, why you should potentially do it, and how to do it. But the next step is figuring out if it's right for you. We're all different and we all experience different things. So there are going to be contraindications. That includes pregnancy. If you're pregnant, you cannot steam. It'll open up your pelvic floor, so baby is likely to come out. So we don't want to steam while we're pregnant. It is something that you can explore with your midwife when you are in labor. It may help open you up while in labor and help speed up that process, but in general, hard contraindication: do not steam while pregnant. Another contraindication is if you experience a short cycle or any spontaneous bleeding. So a short cycle is considered 19 days or less. 19 days starts at the start of your last period. So even if your period lasts a week to 10 days, that means even just 9 days after it ended, if you start your next period, then that's a very short cycle. And vaginal steaming will help you in terms of regulating your cycle, but you shouldn't start it until at least 3 months after your last short cycle or your last spontaneous bleed. Then you can go on to incorporate vaginal steaming into your monthly practice to help prevent that from happening and to help strengthen your uterus. Another contraindication is post-surgery. So you may have a C-section or a surgery from hemorrhoids or fibroids or cysts. You don't want to steam right after. Obviously, we say how helpful steaming can be in helping your body heal, but after surgery, you need to wait 6 weeks before you start steaming. At that point, you can start your steaming practice. One other contraindication that's a soft contraindication is infections. So obviously, everyone's different. In a blanketed way, I can share with you, if you have an active UTI or yeast infection or bacterial infection and it's not uncomfortable or burning, then you can incorporate a steam into your routine because it's a soft contraindication. Depends on how your infection feels. If it's not burning, you can incorporate a 10-minute practice that doesn't include a heat source. So you don't want to put a portable burner underneath your pot. You just want to do 10 minutes of a steam per day. You can go 3 to 5 days even daily, but you can't go longer in a day steaming. So that'll help you heal, but you want to make sure you take inventory of how you're feeling. If you have way too much excess heat in your body, maybe you have a fever, maybe you have hot flashes, these other things are going on. Even if you don't have an active infection, but you have those things happening, you want to be cognizant of that, and you want to only steam for 10 minutes a day, and you want it to be with no heat source underneath. Another contraindication is if you have an active cycle happening. So if you're on your period, you cannot steam. However, if you're at the tail end of your period, that fresh blood is out, it's just the old stagnated brown blood or discharge, that's okay. You can steam at that point because that's not your fresh period anymore. It's just the old stuff that didn't actually get released. So the steaming will help you, but you want to be able to tell the difference between your period and the old stagnated blood. So how often should I steam? So even just one steam a month can make a huge difference. You can benefit from it. It can help with cramping. It can help normalize your hormones and your mood. It's been proven one steam in a 28-day cycle does make a difference. However, if you want to take that next step and make it part of your monthly ritual that you really invest time in, what we like to say is do it 2 days before your period and 2 days after. Now, some people might not have a monthly cycle and they still want to steam, because you can steam when you're menopausal, you can steam if you don't have a cycle. You might be on birth control where you're on a specific birth control that doesn't give you a monthly period. Well, you can align your steaming sessions with the moon, the new moon and the full moon. And that gives you an active action that you can take to help align your body with the moon and also receive the benefits of steaming. In that situation, you do 2 days near the new moon and 2 days near the full moon. But with your cycle, it might not align with the moon. And so therefore you just align it 2 days before and 2 days after. Other ways I've heard that can be really beneficial is if you steam 3 days in a row leading up to your cycle, and that can really help jumpstart, again, the support in helping cleanse out the uterus and helping loosen things up so that you can prevent the cramping from occurring. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more resources, check out the description below. If you have any questions, comment. And if you're interested in our products, check out thefullest.com. Thanks so much.